everything's working. But until that happens, well, maybe you want to say something and have a sound check.
Sound check. Oh my God, you just got close to your mic or what? 'Cause
Yeah. I always
sounds way better.
Yeah, I got to do this. But until that happens, you see there now, I can hear myself coming back. Have a sound check. There we go. All right, so we're live. Welcome everybody. My name is Sydney Winston. Keep calm and follow Sydney Winston. With me today,
that sub button.
Yeah, with me today is a gentleman named Ciprian. My friend. He's my friend from another mother and another country and another ancestry. And Ciprian is a little upset. Why are you upset? Why are you upset, Ciprian?
It's already past now.
You're not upset anymore?
Not so much.
Oh, good. What were you?
Annoyed mostly. It's what I was. An annoyance kind of has this tendency to disappear with time.
Oh, so what was going on?
So I was just discussing with this one guy. I'm gonna name him, and we were discussing about me being an atheist and him probably not, or I know what his position was, but he spoke on the part of theism. I believe was his position, and within that discussion, he acted mostly. I don't know how to maybe compare him to a shady lawyer kind of type. Okay. When he asks you like a row of 5 questions in about a minute or so, and then expects a yes and no answer to that.
Yeah, we know that. Right. No, I have an idea who this might even be, but never mind.
Right.
Carry on.
And then afterwards, at one point, which is more recent than I remember, pretty much the entire conversation.
Yeah.
Though parts of it were repeated time and time again to no extra value.
Mm-hmm.
But he's asked me if I would agree, because this was basically my position before, but he asked me to definitely give him a yes or no answer to the question of do I believe that things cannot exist if they cannot be explained or have a logic and causality behind them, right? And of course, I said yes. I do not believe in magic. Things coming to a certain state of being because of a logical progression of the events that happened beforehand. Well, in so many words, but it was like a shorter question, like, do you think that nothing illogical could exist, something like that, or sorry, everything that exists can be explained?
So
and I said yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I said yes. Now that doesn't infer that just because it can be explained, we have already the explanation. I didn't say that because I got cut off, right. Or the next couple of 100 questions came in from his part, but I didn't infer that just because everything can be explained, we already have the explanation for it.
Right.
It could be explained 10 years from now, whatever, but like it happened in the past. I mean, for example, we didn't understand gravity, but later on it was explained and understood.
Absolutely, yeah.
And because it's real and all that. Yeah. And secondly, that doesn't infer that I have the explanations for it.
Right.
Well, I said it is explainable or reason. It could be reasoned or whatever, explained, simply put. So then his answer is, his follow-up question is, all right, if you believe that, then please explain to me the laws of nature, but because they're unreliable, you cannot base your explanation on sensory perceptions like sight, feel, touch, and all of that, right? So all in all, just for me stating that everything can be explained, and if it cannot be explained, it's probably not true. He's asked me and basically relied all of this conversation on the basis that I cannot explain to him the laws of nature, which of course I cannot because I'm not in that domain. I could explain him some PHP stuff maybe because this is my field of study. Right. And also, so apart from only me, but also without using reference to any sensory perception. Then I called bullshit on that, but then again, he started repeating it for 5 times because I don't understand the question, apparently. Now, the problem with that is just because I stated that it has to have an explanation, it doesn't mean I have it. And if I don't have it, you cannot infer that it's bullshit. It doesn't exist. Right. And that was his answer. So right. So basically, the laws of nature don't exist because you don't have an explanation for it. That was his conclusion. The laws of nature do not exist because I do not have the explanation, and because of that, I've contradicted myself when I first said what I said, and then I've answered this way. I mean, with basically a no, because I cannot explain it. I've also tried to explain to him that no, I cannot explain it because this is not my field of study, and you cannot assume that I have all the explanations for everything that exists. But all that shit was just like, for him, his explanation was, I'm just blah blah blahing in order to bullshit my way out of it. Hold on for a second, I'm getting a phone call.
Whoa, that fade out was kind of the wrong timing, eh? I'm gonna find another one. Well, I tell you what I'll do. Let's just go there. Ask an Atheist is a channel that I also have, a G+ profile that I also have. I kind of what am I trying to say? I kind of switch between the Sydney Winston channel and the Ask an Atheist channel, but I seem to be, where am I now? I seem to be focusing more on the Sydney Winston channel, so that's where you'll find most of my content. I'm not quite sure, and I'm sure there is a place, but I'm not quite sure where or what content fits on the Ask an Atheist versus the Sydney Winston. So for now, everything goes on the Sydney Winston until I figure out what doesn't. So yeah, we were talking to my friend Ciprian. I think he's back. You back? You're muted.
I've unmuted myself on the hangout, but that I didn't pull out the mic. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm back now. So yeah. Anyways, that's how the entirety of the discussion went.
Okay.
I would say something general, and he would twist it and change it and put like limits on it that I didn't put in order for me to come up with no acceptable answer from my side, which was the atheist. So you would change around in order for me to be unable to answer. And if I would come up with the explanation that, for this example, I do not have to understand everything in the world. I'm not God or such a, complex being.
I don't know about that, Ciprian.
Yeah, already I was called out on bullshit.
You're making an assertion. Hold on a minute. So you're making an assertion that you cannot back up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just claiming that you're not God, but you can't back that up. But anyway, I digress. Carry on, sorry.
Anyway, so that was the gist of it. Basically, at one point, I did say that yes, I'm not privy to that information, but I could look it up. I could by research and stuff. I could give him the answer. But that's all, bullshit and stuff. But basically,
Anyway,
what you're saying is you don't know and there's no answer and whatnot. Basically, that's his understanding. And so he said, like, but why do you then, assume that there are laws of nature if you don't understand them? And I said, I believe they are. And he said, so basically, that's no different from me saying that I believe there's a God. And I said, yes, I agree. There is no. The difference is I can go and look that up and research it and come with an answer. You cannot. But all of that was just like, yada, yada, yada from his part, right? Like
well, they broke
but
the
yeah, the
records.
difference is I can go look it up, understand it, and explain it.
Hmm.
But for a claim like, God exists, go look it up. And, maybe you're going to read the Bible, you're going to read some
So
whatever,
this
but
is
that's not
this
evidence. It's
this
just,
this was a Christian, right?
well, like I said, I would not go so far to presume he hasn't stated it. I would assume, but it's really pretty, pretty plausible that he was. Very much plausible, but he didn't state it himself.
Okay. Well, he just proves he's stupid to start off with.
Yeah, well, not in that hangout because he sided with another friend of his, and they were both like basically, uh, to use their own words, beating a dead horse at that point, right? Because there
Yeah.
was moderation. I
Oh,
got muted,
they start off with a
and
dead horse, and then they just
yeah,
beat it some more.
so what's with the fucking noise?
I'm looking for something to rate
Mute yourself.
I'm sorry.
Mute yourself real quick.
Mute myself.
There's a bunch of unfoiling noise. Oh, it's done now. I don't know if you've muted yourself or what, but it was just like clickety
Yes,
clackety.
I did mute
Okay.
myself, but then I changed a setting. Is that better?
Oh yeah, way better.
Okay, cool.
So the thing was, at one point, I found myself in this position of logically having to just, leave the discussion,
Mm-hmm.
and on the other hand, by doing so, which would have been best, you know, looking like the weaker part of the discussion by just, I'm not able to defend my defend myself or my position, so I'm just leaving and in defeat. But so I've tried to explain myself at one point and pretty much gave the same explanation that it, just because I said it needs to be understood, that doesn't infer that I am the one to have all of this knowledge.
Got it.
But nah, it didn't. It all accounted to zero.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I got permanently muted because apparently I've wasted my entire hour of speech,
Oh, you got
which is,
muted. Let's see, this is it. You got
but no, no,
censored,
no, no, no,
dude.
no, but not because of them. That didn't have anything to do with it. It was just proper normal moderation.
What?
Um,
I don't get it.
no, no. So the thing was, you had like altogether an hour of speech by yourself, and apparently I've used it up, and I understand that.
Okay.
My time is done.
Yeah.
However, apparently he hasn't. So when I got perma muted for about 5 to 10 minutes, they were still bidding the horse and still accusing me of bullshitting and blah blah blahing my way, and you know, uh, because I've never had proper answers. I would just go to places and try to bullshit my way out of it. That was basically the next kind of 5 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
of them telling everybody how inept I am and how I'm going to bullshit sideways and trying to wiggle my way around the argument. That
Mm-hmm.
was it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I left.
Well, I got a clip that I listened to actually. I thought it was quite hilarious earlier today. If you'd like to hear, it
Mm-hmm.
was about basically two Christians screaming at each other. One was
How long is it?
Well, the whole thing was about an hour, but that sort of interaction, because the guy left, he rage quit. It's just a few minutes. But it might be just as easy for me to just tell you. The two Christians in question. Okay, so what happened?
I'll be right back. Top though.
All right, let me just fix it. So the two Christians in question were Christian number one was your friend Revelation News. He was number one. He was number one Christian. I think it was his hangout, actually, if I'm not mistaken. And Christian number two was your favorite and my favorite dumb fuck of the year 2017, Darth Dawkins. He deserves a round of applause. He won. I think he won anyway. He should have won. And if he didn't, well, shut up. I'm sure he'll win this year if he didn't last year. But whatever. Revelation News and Darth Dawkins were getting into it about something to do with knowledge, something to do with whatever, and I don't quite understand what it was, but they were getting at each other. And Darth Dawkins called Revelation News something to do with, I don't think you're a very good Christian. Or you don't know your Bible very well. And that kind of was the spark. Because when you tell Revelation News, Jason, that he doesn't know the Bible very well, which is true, he doesn't. But when you tell him that, another Christian tells him that, whoa, the shit hits the fan. Now, I can't say that the shit hit the fan in a literal or even a figurative way, because Jason smartly just laughed it off. But there was a reaction, and I'll play the reaction because this is much shorter. Now, I don't know if you know, but Revelation News has a girlfriend. A Christian girlfriend. Did you know that?
No.
Well, Revelation News has a Christian girlfriend. Her name is Shannon. Commonly, or better known as Shani for Christ. Familiar now?
No.
All right, so, irrespective, Shani for Christ is this Revelation News' girlfriend. And when she heard this Darth Dawkins tell Revelation News, Jason, that he doesn't know the Bible very well, he doesn't know Jesus very well, or whatever. Whoa. I mean, like, whoa. She made a video. So what I was thinking was playing the video, and just sort of that little piece is enough to give you an idea of Christian versus Christian insanity. Excuse me. Right. With your permission, I'm going to go and actually, I haven't even lined it up yet.
Please do. Oh.
But
also, please give me the link to the YouTube.
No, I'll line
live
it up.
Thingy. Not that one. This one that we're doing right now.
The one that we're doing right now. Oh, you ask me such tough technological questions all the fucking time. Like, what's with that?
Must be my mother's fault. Or maybe, the stars when I was born.
I
was born Aquarius. I think it has something to do with that, maybe.
Oh, and how would it have anything to do with that? Can you explain that?
because the star would align in such a manner that it would, of course, cause me 37 years later to be so much technical than you would like me to be.
Yeah, but how would you possibly assign that attribute that you have to the stars and not to your kindergarten teacher?
Oh, you probably are not aware of this amazing scientific breakthrough, thousands of years old. It's called astrology. It's such an amazing exact tool. I'm surprised that you could have survived up to your age without using it on a daily basis by reading it up on newspapers back in the day or now on the internet every morning. How can you live without astrology? Shame on you. You should pick it up.
I don't think that I used to read astrology in the newspaper, like every
Mm-hmm.
day, every evening, every morning, whatever. I don't read newspapers anymore, so I don't read astrology anymore. Now, I don't even know that they are, there's a place to go to look up your astrology for the day or whatever. Your
Yeah,
horoscope,
this the internet.
your horoscope for the day. I'm sure there is on the internet, horoscope.com or whatever. But it's like a crossword puzzle. It's just made up.
Oh no, it isn't.
It's like wrestling.
Why would you
It's
say
our
that?
work.
Ah, shit. Some funny stuff. Dude. A lot of people do base their shit on that. Oh my god. Can't. I mean, I understand that.
So you
A
know
large
what? I'm
part.
having a little problem. I think I'm being stalked.
Oh,
Yes. There's this
is she nice?
guy. No, it's Goran. You know Goran.
Oh yeah.
I think he's stalking me. And I
Maybe
need
he's
to
just
know.
like a fan.
Well,
Maybe
no,
you're your biggest fan.
If he's my biggest fan, then I'm getting off. Then I'm getting off the internet. I'm done. I have failed superbly in my YouTube endeavors. If Goran is my biggest fan.
I mean, let's see.
In fact, you
Maybe we can
stunned
find
me
out.
with that. What's that?
There's an easier way, to find out if
Okay, yeah.
Goran is a stalker. We could just go to horoscope.com and read out your horoscope.
Well, I got a better idea.
It's bound to be
Why don't
written
we
there.
just go to the
It's bound to be
YouTube
written
chat?
there.
Why don't we go to the YouTube chat and see what is written? Does that make sense?
I don't have the link yet.
Oh well. How about I just put it up in the side there, and then you can see.
Oh shit! I don't have the site yet. Hold on.
Oh, did I give you the link?
I don't see it on the site yet. I don't see it in the
It's because I haven't given it to you yet.
Maybe that may be the
No, I
problem.
copied. I just haven't pasted.
Mm.
All right, so where am I gonna paste it for you though?
Site chat or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just put.
You'll figure it out.
Shit.
You're a big boy, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm not so
Medium
sure.
sized.
All right,
Robust.
I'll put it in the chat room there. There we go. Pachao. Ooh, shit, that's not the right one.
I'm asking. Maybe I'm asking too much of you.
No, it's my anxiety kicking in. I can't multitask very well when I'm a little anxious. But here we go. It is pasted. There we go. Where's my enter key? There it is.
Oh man.
So there you go. And once you open that, you should be able to see that I've opened up the YouTube chat, and you can see what old Goran Shmoran is writing there. Steve Punk is hi guys, hi Steve, hey buddy, nice to see you back. Every day is a new day, you know. Now, then planet Goran the Wolf, or Goran Ustan, he writes, "The disgusting Sydney." Now, this is from a guy, Goran. You know Goran? He's the guy. He's like a porn bomber on his own chat room. So what he does? This is disgusting.
The porn is good.
Well, this is the kind of porn he puts up. Okay, this is the reason he's calling me disgusting is because I called him disgusting, and the reason I called him disgusting was because of the porn that he puts up. He puts up porn of big, fat, hairy men lying on their back with their legs in the air, and some big, fat, hairy, bearded man with his face buried in the ass of a guy who's lying on the floor with his face in the air. I think that's disgusting, and that's all he puts up.
Does that come with links?
Well, you got to go to his chat room. He kicks me out of his chat rooms. I'm not in his chat rooms anymore because I'm...
Yeah, because it's disgusting.
he said to me, "Oh, so you find me disgusting, do you? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me show you how nice I am, and I will show you how disgusting I am in a nice way." And then he snipes me. Weirdo. He's just a fucking weirdo. And you know what? I think a lot of people hang out with him still. So anyway, he goes, the disgusting Sydney. "Oh my God, Sid, I just checked your links in the description bar. You shouldn't watch this trash. No wonder you are brain dead." I have no idea what he's talking about, of course.
Well, you would if you wouldn't brain dead.
Well, I'm too brain dead. There's no way. Exactly.
There's no way.
I'm being brain dead. I have no idea what he's talking about. And then I remember when I said that he was the biggest fan of me, he lame-o'd. He lame-o'd right out of that one. And then he pointed out the big news, the big news, that is that I have 3 viewers.
Well, 6 now.
Thank you, Goran. You are, without you, what the fuck would I do? I don't need, without you, I can afford to be brain dead because you keep me up to date. And I think that's very cool.
Well, at least on the porn side.
No, he's got to go. He's got to either change his porn ways or he's got to go get some porn that works for everybody. This is not going to work. Okay, so then what happens? I just got to move something up, but something's not quite right. Oops. Please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a technical issue. All right, anyway, I'm just going to just fade into there, and because that's when you come in and you say, "Hey, Steve," and "Hey, Goran," and Goran, he's now trying to fucking brown nose you, Ciprian.
I mean, I don't know why you would.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what's going on here. Because I know the way Goran's scheming mind works. What he's trying to do. Okay. Now, what this man is trying to do right now is entice you back, into his web of hangouts. It's a very cunning plan, Goran. I don't think it's gonna work though, because you're still a disgusting piece of shit. Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I don't know.
Good. Oh, he's so sweet. He's just said he's changed his mind that I'm nice.
Yeah, do you have like lag or what? Because I've seen that like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, no, I just happened to have noticed it. I was not looking that way. before. You see, my eyes, this is the way it works. If I'm looking in a particular direction, all I see is what's in front of me. If the YouTube chat is in a different direction from where I'm looking, I don't see it. Sorry, I'm being facetious. But let's, you see, alrighty. Alrighty, I think it's time to bring the YouTube chat back in because it's getting kind of sexy. Yeah, let's just slide it in here. So, Goran's changed his mind. He says, I'm nice. And now he's hitting on Ciprian.
I think sexy is better than nice.
No, I think it's because Goran can imagine Ciprian, who's a big, fat, hairy guy, right? And Goran can imagine...
I'm not hairy, though.
I'm not going to go any further because that's Goran's perversions, not mine. But Goran, get the fuck out of my fucking YouTube chat. I don't want you in here. You're kicking me out of your hangouts. You're telling me that I'm disgusting, and even though I haven't done anything that's disgusting, you're just projecting or repeating what I said about you. So what is it? Are you schizophrenic or multiple personalities? You got one day you're Mr. Cunt and the next day you're Mr. Nice Guy? What? What is with you, Goran? Some people want to know these things. So, just so that you know, Ciprian, Goran says that you have something that he likes. Like you're a hot type.
Yeah, I wish more women would see that.
Well, you know what? The demographics don't break down for in the viewer. I get a viewer total, but I don't get a demographic breakdown whether they're males or females. However,
yeah, I was more thinking about real life than Hangouts or YouTube.
Oh well.
However,
you might have to get away from the camera for that. I'm getting a message that my stream is not healthy.
Amazing.
The video stream's not healthy.
No, it's okay.
No, over the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm talking about YouTube. It's okay, yeah.
Oh, it's not lagging?
No.
No buffering? Nothing? Well, it's telling me that it is.
Well, not for me, but, I have proper internet.
Well, in that case, for anyone who doesn't have proper internet, you might experience a little bit of buffering. But fuck it. Doesn't matter.
I think the demographics just changed on your viewers on your YouTube. Slightly.
I should what?
I think your demographics have changed on YouTube.
Well, I got 5 now, not 3.
No, it's because Fatima came in.
Fatima, is that? Yeah, but anybody could call themselves Fatima.
I just said I think.
I used to have an internet friend called Fatima. She was very nice, from Toronto, but she's gone. She left. She went. I don't know why. I seem to have my association with Sia seems to have drawn a lot of scorn. That's what it seems to be.
I believe in some part for good reason.
Possibly. Maybe you can help me out and tell me what that reason would be.
Well, I've told you before. It just seems that over time, and probably, it seems probable that ever since Sia came into, hangouts of yours, you've turned from being an atheist altogether to being mostly an let's say, Christian kind of atheist.
Well, let me address that, actually.
and in several occasions, you've defended what to me seems to be the worst out of all these religions that we have now on planet Earth.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. But in my defense, what I am doing, or what I have been doing up till this point, irrespective of the perspective or the point of view that you might feel I am projecting, what I am doing is I am co-trolling with another highly professional troll on the internet, is what I'm doing.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, I am attacking Christianity, absolutely. I'm attacking the Trinity. I'm attacking the Trinity. Islam doesn't have the Trinity, and Judaism doesn't have the Trinity, so I can't attack them. But I'm attacking the Trinity of Christianity and the stupidity of the Trinity of Christianity. Okay? Hold on a second. Once we've eliminated Christianity some way, then we can attack whatever. But yes, I am. You're right about the Christianity thing, because I'm going to focus on the Trinity, on the unexplainable and non-understandable Trinity, because there's no way. It's nonsense. It's like an Escher. You know the Escher drawings, where the steps go up and down at the same time, and it doesn't work in reality, but on paper it works. That's what that is.
As opposed to the rest of religion.
Well, it's not religion, it's doctrine.
Right. But like,
right, okay, I'm attacking basically the Nicene Creed, essentially.
So what I'm saying is, from my point of view, which is limited, because I rarely nowadays come into hangouts. From my limited point of view, it just appears right now, especially after your recent speech just moments ago, that you've chosen this one bit of the Christian religion specifically because it doesn't appear in other religions. So you could be safe in discussing it and debunking it, or trying to, without ever needing to refer to other religions. So you kind of found
there is no okay. With the Jews, they've got Maimonides.
Is it they or is it we?
Well, look at it this way. I'm a genetic Ashkenazi. Okay, that is my race.
Whatever
I guess.
that means.
Whatever my genetics is. It's Ashkenazi because it's obviously different from European and whatever.
I'm not familiar with that word.
Ashkenazi Jew. You've heard of Ashkenazi Jew. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because that's what I am.
Okay.
But that's my genetics. That's not, I don't understand why they even have Jew, because I'm an atheist. I can't change my genetics, but I can change my thinking. But anyway, you accuse me of not being an atheist?
No.
What is it exactly that I was so stunned by that accusation that I have forgotten what it is. Please repeat.
So my so-called accusation is that before CIA used to be a full atheist, like all religions are bad, and of course, what I mean by that. And recently, you've just become sort of like an activist against the Trinity, which is a subset of being an atheist. Okay. So in a sense, you could say, like, I don't know if this is an expression, but you're not any longer a full-on atheist.
Oh, no. I'm definitely a full-on atheist. I am, though, a little bit more... Hold on a minute. Let me elaborate a little bit. I am a little bit more educated as to the wider history of the human experience over many millennia. And my introduction to human violence, human on human violence, even though it was when I was a kid in Africa, wasn't as traumatic as what I saw the Muslims doing during the war since 2011, and the hangings and the beheadings and the tortures and the live leak and the video. I mean, it was horrible. And I was devastated by what they were doing, what the Wahhabists basically were doing. Okay.
Yeah.
I have since learned that what they were doing is basically shit that they learned from the Catholics, or the Catholics, who learned their shit from the Romans, who learned their shit from the Greeks. I mean, it's the same shit. Human on human violence today is nowhere near as bad as what I have seen written about in past history. Okay? That's a point. With Sia, I don't see a Wahhabist. I see a funny female fellow troll. Brilliant troll. She's a brilliant troll. She's got trigger buttons. She goes like this all the time, and she's triggering all over. It's beautiful. And that's what I relate to. I don't relate to her. She's not a Wahhabist. I don't even relate to her in any way as a Muslim, other than the way she responds to other people, which she has every right to, because of what they accuse her of, and also the things that they've written about me and accused me of. I have every right to either ignore, respond, or make fun of. So, in terms of my experience with the Wahhabist part of Islam, and my experience with Sia's personal experience that I have no connection with, because she doesn't share anything of that with me, and I don't care to, it's just not our thing. We don't have that. Whatever it is that she does in Islam, or for Muslims or whatever, it's private. I don't know nothing about it. And all this shit gets thrown in my face that I support her in that, which I don't see where that comes from. All I'm doing is supporting a fellow troll who's very, very good, and trying to sort of back her up, to trigger. We're trolls. We trigger others. That's what we do when we're trolling. On the Christianity thing, I have since grade, what's the last grade of high school? Grade 12, in my case.
Over here at least, yeah.
Yeah. She's still on Facebook, I think. I don't know if we're still friends, but she's on Facebook. In high school, she had, I don't know for how long, but she was a born-again Christian. And she was trying to explain to me that, the mind, the soul is different from the body. The body, she says, I can even remember this. This body's not. She was fucking gorgeous. This body's nothing. It's just a body. But the soul, Jesus, and this, and the Trinity, and we got into this Trinity. Okay, explain to me the Trinity. And she explained it, although I didn't get it, and I've never gotten it, ever. No matter how many people have tried to explain it. And I've heard all the same explanations more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. None of them make sense. I have gone to the internet. I actually have a lot of Christian sites lined up that explain the Trinity. The first site that I have lined up actually says no human can actually fully understand the Trinity. Okay? With
I heard
that
that
being
before.
said, what's the point of humans trying to explain the Trinity when no human can possibly understand the Trinity? So this whole Christianity, it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Yet it sits there on this kind of pre-Roman Empire kind of pedestal.
Right.
Well, can't be
Right.
pre-Roman Empire, but almost, as the Roman Empire was dying, so the Catholics were given a bit of a platform, and they had it stuck. The shit stuck in the form of Catholicism, but everything else melted away. So it's bullshit, and it's not to be honored. It's not to be revered. It's bullshit, and it's to be ridiculed. And that's why
most of the rest of it.
Okay, but I'm in every way an atheist. I am a humanist first, and then atheist second. I will concede that, but that's the hierarchy, right?
That's not bad though.
Yeah, but that's the hierarchy.
True. Fully agreed. Yeah.
Oh, poor Goran. You know what, Goran? You're. Why don't you listen? Remember, I said that I find Goran disgusting, and the reason I find him disgusting, and I said this on the show last time on the live stream, was that he shows this kind of bullshit porn. I said that, and I just said it again, and now he writes.
I just posted the link in my hang.
Sid, you should have said you find my porn disgusting, but you said you find me disgusting. This hurt. It hurt. Well, I said it then and I said it now. It's the porn that's disgusting. The fact that you post it and like it and say it's love, well, that is fucking disgusting. Come on, man. Don't be such a fucking special snowflake, Goran. Okay, well, are you watching the outside chat or the YouTube chat?
Yeah.
I think I should bring it in a little bit. Let me find a compelling spot. Where is it? That's the point when you got to be your own engineer. But I found it. Alrighty, let me just slide that. Okay, here we go. Alright, so where are we here? Fatima, what's going on? Alright, so Fatima says she's the same person. Oh, so that is the same person, probably with a different avatar. Right? Fatimi's cool, she just hates homos. She's over it.
She just said she doesn't, I think. Maybe I've misread it.
Goran is just joking. Fatimi's cool, she just hates homos. It's a joke.
She just said, and Goran, I don't hate homos. So what the fuck?
Okay, I'm just reading down. I didn't see that yet. And she's
that was earlier. That was earlier.
It was earlier. Oh, okay. Goran, I don't hate homos. Women who hate homos are scared of getting not enough cock. Maybe Fatima wants me. Fatima, if you must choose, you can't see any of that stuff, can you? Fatima, if you must choose, who you gonna take? Disgusting Sid or sexy Cyprian? You're cute, Sid. Don't worry, Goran says to me. Sid, you are a Slav. Don't lie. What does that mean? Okay, Goran, Cyprian, what the fuck does that mean? I'm a Slav. And why is it what does it mean?
So Slav, I think it's mostly Eastern European, refers to countries like Russia, Bulgaria, and such, which are Slavic countries. And interestingly enough, it's where the slave word comes from.
Yeah, but Slavs were slaves before they were Slavs.
Whichever, I don't.
And slaves to me is a word that means a mixture of absolutely everything in the world, because so many different nations and tribes and villages and things were conquered and sold into slavery that the mixture of slaves is like total.
Right.
So Slav then to me means an absolute total mixture of everything. Am I right?
No.
Oh.
Next question.
No, educate me.
I think the statement that Slavs are a mixture of everything. It's most likely, I haven't done the research, but it's most likely incorrect. Because for one example, white people are called Caucasians, right? Because they come from Caucasia, or the Caucasus, the Caucasus Mountains, which is basically like smack down in the middle of the Slavic region. So in a sense, being white and being called the Caucasian, or the race, is basically, in my understanding, I was about to say the purest, not in that term, but it's the definition probably refers to the basicest of
most basic.
Yeah, I know, but the basicest
No, say most basic.
origin. I know.
I want you to talk correct English.
Of origins of in racism.
Just kidding.
Talking about whites.
All right.
So in that sense, it could be. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know if it is, but it could probably be the origin of the white race. So, like the area. So then, that's probably not the most mixed area. Like everything mixed in there. I don't know. I don't even know if I made myself understood.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I think you're less right than me.
Yeah, maybe 2 wrongs would make it right.
Oh, Goran wants me to be nice to Yesenia. What the fuck? Why would I be nice to Yesenia? Besides, it doesn't really matter about Yesenia right now, Goran. I have Ciprian online on the hangout, and we're not talking about anything else other than what Ciprian wants to talk about.
Shit, I posted the link, but apparently it didn't go through.
Goran says Slavs are bastard children of the Romans.
Whatever. So there's a.
Oh my God, Cyprian, you are really stupid. You are Slav yourself.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Partly, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think we are. I think we're Latin. Romanians are Latin, even though we're smack in the middle of the Slavs.
Why doesn't... Hey, Goran, why don't you go and take care of your soul stream? I'm sure there's a chat room or 2 going. Maybe you can even start a hangout and get some people to come in and have a chat and have a good time, like you love to do. Go on, run along. I've got Cyprian here. I don't need you. Let's see if he's going to be nice. He's all about being nice to everybody, yet he posts that disgusting porn and says it's love. It's disgusting.
How can I post a link in your chat?
Post a link in the chat?
If I try to, it just denies me.
Oh, you can
I'm
in the
trying
outside.
to,
Oh,
I'm
in
trying to
the
post a
outside chat.
link.
Are you talking about the outside chat?
Yeah, the YouTube chat.
Yes, I'll help you with that in 1 second.
Please do.
I do some power, you know. Okay, go for it now.
You could also just boost me to moderator, which I think you just did.
That's the only thing you can do.
This is a reference to, you know, a website called Quora. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes, I have.
Discussing the idea or the question of slavery and Slavs.
I actually answer questions on Quora.
No, nice. Well, I presumed you know.
Not about Slavs or anything that I know nothing about.
So that page answered the question: does the word slave come from the name of the Slavic people? And the short answer is, ignoring the details, yes.
Ignoring the details.
And I mean, that's the short answer. You can go into the details of it. Because Goran said that I'm wrong in saying that.
Nah, Goran's.
I am probably wrong. I don't know. It's just I looked it up and
Goran just said he hates Soulstream. I mean, he hates Soulstream. Goran, what's the matter? Why do you hate Soulstream? He says we all need to be nice to everybody. In Soulstream, no one's nice to anybody. And if you watch Soulstream or follow Soulstream, you just all you got to do is wake up in the morning and repeat every day what they've written that same day over and over again, and you'll see the content of Soulstream never changes from one day to the next. But I digress.
Oh, that's funny. I mean,
why is that? You think it's hypocrisy?
No. What Goran just said right now. It reminds me like when I was 14 and whatnot, and had the discussions like you're at a party, and you talk to a girl and whatnot, and you're dumb, and you say things like this, like, dude, girl, you know, Lady X, why don't you take up your clothes off? Lol, LOL, haha, I'm just joking, but would you? But I'm just joking, LOL, you know, I don't want, it's just a joke, would you? Would you though? I mean, it is a joke, but would you?
So he lolled it. So that could that could be like an embarrassing snicker, and like, could you take your clothes off?
yeah, like that. Yeah, I mean, it was just a joke, right? Would you though?
You can do better than that. You can do better than that, Goran.
Just reminded me of those times though, when I was horny and dumb. Which is not. It's not that way back in the past.
Oh, I'm just going up some. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let me just catch up on this Goran stuff because. Oh, I'm not so much on the Goran stuff. Pardon me. But let's catch up on some of what is being said in the. I don't know if you can read that. I have a dog here who is talking to me as if she wants to do something, like go out.
Have you jumped over from a dog which to a dog who? I think you did.
What now?
I think you switched maybe a long time ago from saying stuff like, I have a dog which something to I have a dog who something.
No, I now say I have a dog that something.
You just said who. Well, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right. So let me just catch up with. Oh no! Oh, I see. So what's happening is that Goran is getting all kind of horny. He wants me to take my clothes off. He wants Cyprian to take his clothes off. He wants me to show him how to use OBS. Cyprian, I mean, Goran, fuck you. You can use anybody can use OBS. Just figure it out on your own. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows about it. I mean, I've wrote OBS before.
Oh, well, you'd give him a link.
10 minutes ago, but I don't think he's used it before.
Well, I never used it before I used it. I never knew what the fuck I was doing before I played with it. And fucking
Was I the one that told you about it, or?
I don't remember, but maybe you were. But I used OBS before it was Studio. It used to be just OBS.
Yeah, right.
Long time ago. I've been using it a long time. I mean, OBS Studio when it came out is great. I love it.
You love OBS long time, right?
I love her. I do.
Me love it long time.
I love long time.
Me so horny. Me love you long time. Me so horny.
What movie was that from, by the way?
Apocalypse Now, I think. I could be wrong, though.
Well, you could be, but I'm not sure myself. So, Cyprian, what do you want?
Oh, Full Metal Jacket. It was Full Metal Jacket.
Was it? I don't remember. I don't remember if I even saw that movie.
No worries. I have it covered. This is what it is.
Isn't Full Metal Jacket the one where they actually don't go to war? That's just training, or do they actually go to war?
Fuck. I don't remember exactly. I need to watch that shit again. I'll just post you the link in the in the YouTube chat.
Do you have it on your?
Click on it.
Do you have it on your? Do you have it on your?
I will in
channel?
a second. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because just reminded me that I need to get that. So
what do you think of what's going on in the world? Let's turn our attention down south to South Africa. They've just they have just installed a new president.
Oh, I have no. I don't watch TV. I'm not in the loop. I have no idea what's going on.
You'll probably find that a lot of the stuff that you don't see on TV, because you don't watch TV, you'll see on the internet if you watch the internet.
Yeah, but I don't watch the news on the internet as well. Or neither, rather than as well.
Well, you don't have time. You actually have a productive life, don't you?
Well, yeah, in daytime, yeah. In the daytime,
yeah. I fed my dog earlier, and I fed her a full meal, which contains lots of nutrients and moisture.
Mm-hmm.
And now, all the nutrients and moisture that she doesn't want is screaming to be passed through her body.
Which way though?
There are two rear entrances. Two rear exits. So I'm going to call this broadcast it for now. And if you're still here in, 20 minutes or whatever, we will...
20 minutes, I'll be here.
We will just continue. We'll start up another one. All right?
All right.
Cool. So everybody that's watching, thank you so much.
Also,
stay tuned.
After you log out, click on the last link I've sent you on YouTube.
Okay, I'll get that done.
Okay.
All right. So thanks for watching, you guys, and do stay tuned for the continuance.